Your Belizean radio experience. News, sports, and entertainment. 96.5, 101.1, 91.1 FM. Streaming online at crembc.com.
Hey, give me some volume.
Wake up, believe. Wake up, believe. Wake up, believe. Wake up, believe. Another day is here. Wake up, believe. Wake up, believe. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, believe. Wake up, believe. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, believe. Wake up, believe. Voice of opinion and place of calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build a and all the things that we feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place of calling. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play around, get where you need to. Look and tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build and all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place of calling. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place of calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build and all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite.
Good morning, WB, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on Creme Radio and on XTV. We want to welcome you to our house to start the day. I'm Mose, Hyde, hosting today, and always we are grateful, we are thankful. Life, health, strength, a new morning, a new day. We trust this morning as you've gotten up, you've got great health, energy high, vibrations positive, and that you've got space and time to not just peep in power and check in power, but that you're able to could join with, as that is the essence of the WUB. It's a conversation that goes on weekday mornings here on Creme Radio and on XTV. And we want to welcome everybody where they listen, everybody where they watch, everybody where they got upon social media streams. About that social media stream, you know, I have every chance I get, say to you, ask you, plead to you, not just listen and watch on social media, make the relationship official, follow, subscribe, especially on YouTube, subscribe, strengthen we, that we can strengthen you. It's a two-way street. Give it a love, make it official, subscribe. All right, it not cost you a penny. Just do it, not tomorrow, not later, but today, right now. Just easy for you. Just finally subscribe thing up. Boom! And you officially become a subscriber. All right? Make we build it. Build it. Challenge you. Build it up. Also, we've got simulcast coverage, so we want to welcome everybody. And then we have our apps, and that's another way that you can access us. Get the app downloaded on your device. Please do, so that you could get direct. Watch it anywhere in the world you've got internet. With that said, WB starts after we've completed the preliminaries. So we got some news for you, but before we bring you the news from our news team, we've got the weather forecast, the latest weather forecast. So we're going to talk about the National Meteorological Service, and then line way up, we got forecaster Crystal Rosales to start things off. Here we go.
Good morning. A moderate east to southeasterly airflow prevails over the country. In the 24-hour forecast, skies will be sunny with a few cloudy spells today and then partly cloudy tonight. Showers will be isolated with a few more developing over the south late tonight, along with isolated thunderstorms. High temperatures will reach around 89 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and then 83 degrees Fahrenheit in the mountains. Low temperatures for tonight will reach around 83 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and then 66 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and then sea conditions will be moderate, with high tides occurring at 9:21 this morning and then at 11:14 tonight. Low tides at 5:03 this evening and then at 3:48 tomorrow morning. The full moon will rise at 7:08 tonight and then set at 6:13 tomorrow morning, while sunset will be at 6:27 this evening and sunrise at 5:17 tomorrow morning. Then in the extended forecast, there will be cloudy spells with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms developing mostly over the north and central areas on Thursday, then over the south on Thursday night. And in the sargassum update, satellite imagery continues to show high concentrations of sargassum over the area. Therefore, the risk of more sargassum affecting the country remains medium to high. And finally, for the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours over the North Atlantic Basin. And this has been this morning's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now, we've got the stories making news this morning. Under 100 public officers who are members of the Public Service Union took to work Tuesday morning from May Garden Park in Bamopan to hand deliver a notice of strike action to the Ministry of Labour under Minister Florence Marin Jr. They were joined by Nadia Martin Collis, the national president of the Belize National Teachers Union. They had police escorting them, but police officers were also guarding the entrance to the compound at the ministry. The notice begins a 21-day countdown towards a strike. PSU President Dean Flowers briefly addressed his members before entering.
Comrades, thanks this morning for showing up and for showing out. When this union act, it is on your mandate. And today, you showed that you can put your feet or your mouth there. Today is merely symbolic. Symbolic for us to declare our trade dispute.
And while today's action is sending a warning to the government, I want you all to know that any actions going forward must have a stated goal and objective. And so we will no longer continue this type of demonstration that does not bring effect on the government. And so for those of you who work in the strategic departments, we will be calling on you as early as next week to start bringing down the pain on this administration. And while we will not be advocating for any violence, we need to ensure that the disruption that we can create and that we will create if we're not listened to, it will reach the ears of the Prime Minister and his team, who are taking us for kuno while they continue to benefit from our labor.
The letter outlines events that have led to an impasse in the negotiations between the government of Belize and the PSU. So what happens now? Flowers says...
The minister now must look at that submission and determine whether he views our dispute as legitimate. I'm pretty quite sure he's fully aware of the dispute. During that 21 days, we have all right to continue to advocate for fair salaries and for the government to return to the negotiation table, which we will do. We know that the minister will write back requesting that we consider not engaging in any industrial action that could aggravate the situation. But when you're dealing with a neoliberal government, a government that is capital driven, a government that reduces public sector workers to $5 an hour, a government that believes that when they do raise it to $6, we're supposed to holler hooray, when in fact none of them can survive on those salaries. A government that is investing millions of dollars as we speak in vehicles. They came into power and said we're not to spend no lot of money on a vehicle. Now we have luxury F-150 pickup, luxury Tacomas, brother. The neighbors behind me just got about 3 brand new vehicles yesterday, and I have to congratulate the new minister and the new CEO in the Ministry of Transport. I hear one payment get made yesterday for a new vehicle. Congratulations, my buddy. We hope you will do a damn excellent job to ensure that when this PPP rolls out, and I want to caution the Belizean people, pay attention to this bus PPP business, because this will another come up. This will be another come up. If the bus they're not suitable for a ride pan now, that's what we am pay for. What exactly will we be paying for if you are saying to us these buses are not suitable for us? So we have to be very careful on the valuation and how that exercise takes unfolds.
Flowers says the membership will decide what happens after the minister responds. The Ministry of Economic Transformation, formerly Economic Development, has responded to the report Monday that the former Bella Vista branch manager of the Toledo Teachers Credit Union, who was dismissed, ended up being hired in that ministry. The general manager of the TTCU, Leopold Romero, told Creme News XTV late Monday that Jorge Rodriguez was dismissed around June 2024 along with 2 employees from the same branch after the credit union's internal auditor discovered that they were involved in a scheme of using the credit union's name to get credit from construction supply companies to build for themselves. The credit union's suspicion was raised because it was not engaged in any construction at the time. In the course of the investigation that followed, Romero says they discovered that the employees at the branch had also taken out fraudulent loans on behalf of at least 28 members' accounts to the tune of over $400,000. 5 months after his dismissal, in November, Rodriguez was interviewing for a position at the ministry in their Global Fund Implementation Unit. Late Monday, the CEO in that ministry, Carlos Paul, who was acting CEO at the time, told Creme News XTV that the post was publicly advertised and the applicants were then shortlisted based on the terms of reference. He noted that of the 4 interviewees, Rodriguez obtained the highest score. The recommendation was then submitted to the Ministry of Finance and the Contractor General for him to be hired as the financial administrator for the unit for a 1-year period on the contract. Paul further explained that there were 6 people on the interview panel, including a specialist who served as the eyes of the Global Fund in Belize. Paul contends that the recruitment process was in alignment with the government's procurement procedures, which had been approved by the Global Fund. When we asked CEO Paul if the panel had taken into consideration Rodriguez's dismissal from his previous job, Paul told us he did not sit on the panel, so he was unaware if any recommendations were requested, but he believes that should have been the case. In its release Tuesday, the ministry stated that the procurement process featured an independent evaluation committee comprised of designated technical personnel and oversight bodies in accordance with approved guidelines. For his part, Rodriguez told 7 News that he has not received any formal allegations from the credit union or any competent authority, and that he left the credit union on amicable terms. However, he also notes that he is bound by a confidentiality agreement with TTCU, and as such, sharing any information publicly could potentially be used against him. He did admit at the outset that he cannot grant any interviews because the matter involves sensitive and ongoing legal considerations. As to the position in the ministry, he affirms that he received no assistance or recommendations from any government official during the process, and that he was hired through a competitive and transparent process involving interviews with multiple stakeholders from various sectors. The other panelists for the interviews were the finance officer from the National Health Insurance, the finance officer from the Ministry of Economic Development, a representative from the Ministry of Finance, another from the National AIDS Commission, and a representative from the Ministry of the Public Service. On Monday, the Commissioner of Police told the media that the president of the Public Service Union is being investigated as part of a high-profile case involving public officers. He provided no more details, and Flowers told us the allegation may well end up in court. In Belmopan yesterday, he was asked, what's behind it all?
I want to be very careful because the compol, as I stated, does not have an iota of proof linking 65110 or 6153110 to any investigation since the Declaration of Self-Government since 1964. And as I stated, he, in his anger and in his emotion and in his failure to appreciate that what I was doing was simply saying to him, your strategy must be much more effective. You cannot govern and rule based on fear, which is what, in my view, the police department attempted to do in Tangriga, instill fear. It is no secret that the state has weaponized legislation against its citizens, primarily black men. Primarily black men. It is no secret that an administration that is being accused of being a racist administration is now weaponizing the Constitution retroactively against black men. And I said I will not stand for that, because what stops them from weaponizing the law against union leaders? What stops them from doing that? What stops them from declaring Maya Mopan or Salvapan or anywhere any union leader reside and so we can mobilize? And so we need to pay attention, and that was what I was calling out. His ego was bruised, and it's not about me and him, it's about the teachers and public officers, which includes him. So I believe he understands and should come to understand that you're not bite the hand or feed your brother. You're not bite the hand or feed your. This union has been protecting you from day one. This union has been championing natural justice and due process. And now that you're in a position to ensure that natural justice and due process is netted out to the citizen, please do it right. And so let's see where his comments go, but I definitely do not take them lightly, and I believe he will have to respond and give account for those comments.
There are also reports that a union leader was detained as a part of a large investigation with the customs and drug incident that happened earlier. Was that you?
I I didn't see any such report, and so I do not wish to comment on something that I'm not aware of. To the best of my knowledge, no union leader was detained. None can and will be detained. And I can say to you, the investigating officers, it would be prudent for them to properly brief the commissioner and for the commissioner to give a press conference to express to this nation where they are with that. But I will say this, my brother. I've walked a straight road, especially when I took up this leadership. And I will not allow anybody to try to throw low blows, shade on my character. I will not allow it. It will not work with Dean Flowers. Dean Flowers is a man of his word. That's all I got, my word. And when I choose to lead people and defend their rights and the rights of their children, because what we do out here are fighting for good governance, I will not compromise myself. And so, as I stated, I know that this matter will be drawn out and he will have to respond. But I encourage him to be very careful because his investigating officers are on record disassociating whatever number he is talking about.
Self-styled reporter Joseph Budner has been ordered to pay a fine of $4,800 after pleading guilty Tuesday to 2 counts of using a computer system to disseminate false information with the intent to cause another person embarrassment or public ridicule. This is in relation to complaints filed in January 2024 by Minister of State Ramon Cervantes. Budner appeared before Range Walk Magistrate Shermaine Gillett McCoy before the magistrate handed down her sentence. Budner was allowed to address the court. He pleaded for leniency, stating that he is the sole breadwinner for his elderly mother, and also apologized to Cervantes, saying it was never his intention to cause him any embarrassment. The magistrate took into consideration that this was Budner's first conviction for such an offense. He is to pay the first sum of $2,300 by December 31st, 2025, and the remaining $2,500 by January 31st, 2026, or in default, he will spend 1 year in prison. The magistrate also addressed a bail application in relation to Budner's latest charge under the cyberbullying laws. This time around, he was offered bail of $3,000. Conditions include that he must not be arrested for any other offense and is not allowed to discuss the details of the case on any social media platform. He has also been ordered to report to the Orange Walk Police Station every Monday and Friday. He's set to reappear in court on August 15th. A voir dire or trial within a trial was to start in the Triple Ramnas murder case for former Police Corporal Elman Na on Tuesday. However, the matter was adjourned at the High Court on request from the defense attorney Lyndon Jones after the prosecution entered new evidence Jones said they did not have sufficient time to review. The new evidence includes a statement from the sister of Vivian Ramnares on May 27 that speaks to a video captured from a rear camera at the Ramnares home at the time of the murders back in December 2022. This will be different from the widely circulated video captured from the front camera. Jones said they had no knowledge of the rear camera video. The defense attorney also requested bail for Na based on the delays in the trial. However, Justice Nigel Pilgrim denied the application. The matter has been adjourned until June 18th. And that is the end of the morning news update. We take a small break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to open up for conversation. This is the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on Creme Radio and XTV. We'll be right back.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crem's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Rasindio, Destiny Wasney is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall, special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because it's Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
back, WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Wednesday morning. It's the 11th of June, 2025. Mose Hyde is in the house. Reporting the duty. Conversation time is now. We're open. The business open. The door, the window. We're ready for the reasoning. We're not there for preach. We're not there for talk to ourselves. We're not into that. We're there for hear what you say, and then we jump into. In the event that you know there are nobody on the line, well then we have to do what we have to do. We can't have dead air, but that's not what we wanted, desire that. Yeah, it's some kind of one-man thing to go on. We're not into that. This is Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We got our phone line. It is 280-5848. Ready? Jump in when you're ready. Krem, good morning. WB.
Morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Good morning. You are now becoming the 2025 version of Ernesto Torres. So that's why you know that.
You know, my brother, right this to me, right this so. Me and you man to man, want follow because me don't want nobody use nobody name pack up for my name. My name, not my name. You see me?
Fair.
And then you know how we go with skin bad with about we name. You know, Belize and go. Mose, there's a lot of things. I mean, Mose,
yes, sir.
I'm unhappy today.
You're unhappy.
I'm unhappy, Mose. You have to help me out.
You know that, you know you're big when you got so much credentials. Only a short list of people when they call the show, they put up one tag for say that so and so they on the line. They know a lot of people, you know, about how much people, Christy? 4. We only have 4 people who call the show where when they call, they put up their name and their photo. So no can't try get thin skin for me. I just say in essence that you take over the first person to call every morning slot. That is it. Go ahead now, sir. You're unhappy. What is the number one cause of your unhappiness?
Mose, we could go back to all this hijacking business. We're not going to detail that, but you asked me point. Then we got through that. There were contracts given out before that with deposit. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright? Stop me if I talk out that turn. With deposit. Fine. The hijack happened. Good. We try to find out our ways and means to try to prevent that from happening again. At this time, we never know about the contract business. That come up, sake of the hijacking. Because we need to tighten up with security, safety, when it comes to our traveling people, our tourists, our local, and everything. Now, contract give out, deposit give out, we find out that friends of friends and colleagues are involved in this contract business. Nothing wrong in that, Mose. Nothing wrong in that. Kind of be a hypocrite, Mose. If I am a man of power and I got strength, and me and you are right, and I know you could do certain type of job, you know, you qualify for certain type of job.
You would consider me for things that are related to me areas of strength though.
Yeah, because
and experience though.
Maybe in the past.
You wouldn't look for somebody for say deal with deal with engineering. You wouldn't look for me to be the person where I want to go build bridge.
No, but I know that you could make it happen.
No. I would disagree with you with that.
Right.
You can't consider me. It mean whether my number one specialty that run me mouth, you know, DJing. Like if you have one big concert where the promote and plan, you look for somebody who for organize, you could say, boy, I want to look out for African solidarity, right? That would have still be cronyism. Technically, the cronyism, but I say at least the cronyism way could pass in our way, your standard. But you're the same now, so you make a point now. Finish off.
All right, and this is what happened now, Mose. I just can't let it come here.
Yes.
Presently to the day.
Yes, sir.
That one, the person with you know what I don't like, Mose, you know what I don't like with people with power? People with power like use words like, I don't know about it, or I never did it. Most anything involve lot of money, huge amount of money. The top has to know most. The top have to know in any organization. If the top don't know, they have to be informed about it. Alright?
Yeah.
So now the contract they cancel. Correct me? They cancel, right?
Yeah.
Alright. We got now with the deposit. What we are doing, make them work out that. Look at how many deposit.
You mean 700?
They when they get up front.
750 big one.
That I don't know pay money. That same money. That same money could have go to the teachers thing. You understand? And that's the part. That's the reason why we take power with the demos with the teachers thing.
All right.
Because by the end of the day, you know I can't take it from believing. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Then try to fix it. Try to deal with it the best way you can. But don't go in and hiding. You get what I'm saying? And then let the second in charge they have to deal with the matter. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The reality is most, and
Listen,
that's the reason why
these
the
are
because things like this, people want to know what happened. How the hell you want a contract, big transaction, expect that and be under the table and nobody no one know. This don't work, that believes. Somebody want to just change and somebody want to run them out. Because that always be the case. Always when somebody just change. Somebody feel like, you know what, no man. This is a part of the deal. So the public have to know. There's a big amount of deal one that believe, which somehow we don't know about, and when we don't know about it, it's late. Most, my point where it's saying is that your care, your mouth, the same mouth will beat you up. That is the same mouth will abstract you. You get what I'm saying? And then there are things will happen. No, when you can't blame the teachers and the union for the Guambas because I share the move their most.
Yeah.
You can't say a leader and move shake it. That a song put out a road. You understand? Then no, the union you're supposed to take to get one letter. It's so much that they take to carry one letter with the police present. So the police meet police escort them and the police say protect the neighborhood of Parengan. Because so we talk, we talk street. We could talk for them talk, but I like talk for my beliefs and me who understand exactly what we're dealing with here.
All right.
So now they got 21 days.
So let me say this, brother. I have guests coming up after the 7:30 break, and I really want to get this on the record, especially early. I don't know the new Commissioner Wasado. I don't know him personally. I believe I've spoken to him on the phone a couple times, but I've never sat down. I don't know him. When I say know him, not like to say with a bedroom, but like know him as the sense that I've never interviewed him. I'm not familiar with the guy. A little bit I know he has given a couple interviews before he became commissioner. He's a newbie as a commissioner. Just become the commissioner. And the early part of the movie with him as the commissioner, the opening scene, one of the opening scenes involved him having back and forth with the president of a union.
That's some personal.
That is not a good look, sir.
Yeah.
That you can't, you can't, in a coffee, people say, you can't sweat nobody fever.
Yeah.
That's how we say. That's how we say. I never really ever sit down for broke down how that saying come, right? But I hear it from, I guess you hear that from the Libo, I hear it from the Libo, I hear adults say, no sweat nobody fever. For those who know familiar with for we sayings, no sweat nobody fever mean, you know, carry feelings on behalf of somebody else.
The
like,
money night feelings, man.
So, but nothing has. You would have said the thing not dead at that level. Whip out somebody where somebody dead at that position. Whip out within the press. You have you the trace. Cause that's the way you among to you the trace. You know you're the hip aspersions. You're the trace from this inner understanding the climate where exists, understanding somebody's responsibilities, make you have the ability to handle things better. But if you know that your boss, which technically speaking, the bosses of the police department, that the public, they are administrated by the political directorate on behalf of the tax-paying people of Belize. So technically speaking, unionists, non-unionists, the general public are the people to whom the commissioner of police and his department operate for and serve. So maybe people in the political directorate have some feelings towards, in particular, Dean Flowers as the president of the PSU, and Dean Flowers, that's somebody where had a gift for mouth. You see? Dean Flowers could talk, brother.
Yeah.
And so Dean Flowers is somebody where I know through used to go announce football. Cause back in the day, Dean Flowers that me a goleador. So I interviewed Dean Flowers for Dean Flowers, the score goal, and after the game, we talk about it. And for 10 days, Dean Flowers could score goal good, but he could talk. So it was a great interview. And so, let me say to the political directorate, from this seat, I could give testimony to the fact that I never hear Dean Flowers hold back when Dean Barrow was the Prime Minister of the country. I never hear him hold back when UDP mean a control fan lick. Cause I there when Dean Flowers call. So Dean Flowers have one gear. He just lick. And so, in fact, he reached a point of discomfort when Dean Flowers start to call the show and start to lick out somebody where we got good respect and relationship with, the former Auditor General. And Dean Flowers never care. Dean Flowers in talk for him thing. What I'm saying about the brother is that in his capacity of representing the people, and even before he get where he did, this is somebody we're going to track record, speak the truth, and call and spade, and if you feel like you're to do abstract, he can tell you to do abstract. If he feel you're to do wrong, he can tell you to do wrong. And that don't mean to say he's a perfect human being. What I'm saying is that you can't know and turn on a demon or a villain and cast aspersions upon him. If you don't got evidence of him doing wrong, how come that only know because he is speaking on behalf of people, you got aspersions for true? It ain't a good look. And it's not a good look for the political directorate for the become personal, and it's not a good look for the Commissioner of Police just recently put in that place to end up now in our public back and forth with somebody where they agitate on behalf of his people. So I gotta call it out, but especially to everybody for they understand. I know the most consistent union leader, if you call this show, I don't know, he probably call all shows, but the most consistent in, can you have some union leaders where, I don't know why I do they don't call this show. They don't, all of a sudden, the zinc fence no exist again for somebody, but we don't got feelings about that. I respect the process of the consistency of the president of the PSU. I respect the level of reasoning where we have. I respect the man consciousness we got. That no mean to say that I consider him to be perfect, but nothing has been shown to me to suggest that this is not a person that deserves full respect, especially in his position of representing the public servants of the country. You know what he represents? He represents the public servants of the country that they got him there, that they he speak for. When he shout, that for them words. When he holler, that for them pain. That way he for represent. And once he do that, you might be uncomfortable. It might burn your toe. It might burn more than that. But at the end of the day, we live in our country where say we're free and we're democratic. He has a right to speak. And I'll repeat for the last time, it's not a good look for no commissioner, not the previous one and not the present one, for reach a level where part, I want to take it upon myself for chastise and go further than that and make it seem like a personal thing to go on. As far as I know, what the president of the PSU objected to was the situation where take place down in Dangriga and the way it was handled and the fact that the teachers charges were being pressed on the teachers. What I know he has objected to is the suggestion, the whole concept of the state of emergency. What I know he has objected to, that the legislation when they look for put in place where retroactively get rid of any kind of accountability for past state of emergencies. Now you might disagree with her, and you could have no. I know it say that the commissioner can't say, well, I don't agree with you, I don't agree with that, I don't agree. Yeah, that legit. That's fair. But when it become now the appearance that are a personal thing, now you make we suspect now that you're the sweat fever, and that we can't accept. That's my position on that, brother.
Well, our left off with this. And this is where the street is said. I don't mean to say it because I don't mean to focus. I don't mean to focus on that. The street is say, all right, Rick City, look on this. Suppose the teachers then get you, then give it an axe for, right? Everybody give it an axe for. They raise the tax. And for we turn now to talk about how the tax will affect we. The teachers, they want to defend we. The union, they are going to defend we. That is talking in the street now. And that's the way the people, that topic where the people bring up.
Well,
I like to tell Dean, stop to watch small things. Stop to watch who they buy vehicle. Stop to watch who they keep on the mission. Keep on the topic and the day. Because that's the way they are saying. That's talking about come up to the now. Oh, you know what your people got. You know what I'm saying? As a leader, focus on the mission and the deal. Till it accomplish come to a solution of understanding from all parties. You understand?
So make
I want to say that you don't limit me time.
So make I ask you this.
Yes, sir.
You know, nobody feel, I don't feel that the situation is some kind of walk in the park for government. But this is what it is you had ambition to do. You had ambition to take up seats of power and responsibility, and the highest levels of power and responsibility, and with that comes benefits, but with that comes headache. You take on the big problems of the country. So, like a old man would often say when anything, and we say, you know, this situation rough, say, well, it's a big boys game. It's a big boys game. So you have the crown, then with the crown comes the weight, because your public servants and some of the most important professionals that the country has, that is the teachers, are saying that their economic well-being is in jeopardy, and they need to look out for an improvement so that they can be financially stable. And there is no offense. There is no no injustice when people are advocating for betterment in their lives, for survival in their lives. I am an employer, and you know that I have to meet with the people who serve here, and most meetings we have to talk a little bit about money. You know this. We have people who come and they say, we need to make more. You have people who I accept, they need to make more. That becomes, there is no offense that they say to me, where they go on, we need to make more. it is a challenge for me to create the reality to make sure that happen. But I can't be offended by that. No. Take for example you want to say if you see me show up at work and I have on some big gold boys they hang and one diamond watch, don't tell me you know one glance and say, hey, thing they happen.
Yeah, well, you know me, you know. You know me, you know I look quite funny and make you know boom boom.
Yeah, you see, you see.
Yeah, because then listen to me now.
Because that the human nature, brother. So you can't. Yeah. So then you can't even do. You can say, well, boy, you know for watch that. But if I show up tomorrow and I bling off and I know a brand new whip, and then no, I still come and say to you, boy, but I can't carry on lead not short because the thing no they happen. You want what? Come on, Brick, make we that not so the thing go? That not so the thing go?
Boy, you got to fire, you know.
Brick, respect, I gotta go. Thanks to the call. It's 7:33. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We are going to go to 2 Cents Cam, sponsored by 4 Point Security. After that, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we are going to change the energy a bit because we do have some guests in the house. That's the way it happens. It's Wednesday morning. We'll be right back.
You're watching WB and this is XTV. Big up to 4 Point Security, our sponsors. Summer is out, all right? Graduation is about to finish. What are the plans for the youths today when it comes to the summer camp? All right?
Work up, got that gym for you, Ali muscle in.
Yes, right. No summer camp. Huh? No summer camp.
Yes, man. This summer camp, man. Go carry on.
Okay.
Just spend more time with family, work out more. At least summer camp, as what you said.
All right, yeah, for nothing to say.
I was stay inside all day.
For the whole summer?
Stay inside, play a game, probably get at least summer job, I think.
Okay, so no summer camp?
No, I don't do summer camp.
All right, good.
I make money.
All right, good. Well, you work or you're going to summer camp? Or?
Summer camp.
All right, that's the plan?
Yes, any summer camp available.
That's your two things. Are you going to summer camp?
I go play football.
For summer?
What kind of summer camp?
So you going to summer camp, right? No, you know, you just got summer camp. Going for the summer, everything then go to work. You have any summer camp?
Once Brick City bring the camp, I got camp.
That's your two things.
Yeah. Well,
Whether the job is big or small, every super handy dad needs the right tools. And at Brothers Habet and Habet, we have what you need. Enjoy super savings all June like 15% off all power tools and hand tools, 25% off track car batteries, Eureka Vats, and Pisaforte towels, 25% off Penta Decon and discontinued colors, 30% off Valspar, and 40% off Dutch Boy paints. Plus, we're giving away $200 to 6 lucky super handy dads. Every $50 you spend gets you a chance to win. So this year, give Dad his best gift yet from Brothers Habet and Habet. Come in or reach out today. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because at Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of appliances that just don't last? Appliances that just can't keep up? It's time for a change. GE Appliances delivers reliability, innovation, and performance you can trust. The decision is easy. Don't settle for less. Choose quality, choose reliability, choose GE. Paid for by homeowners who demand better appliances.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Vasindio, Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall, special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Wednesday morning, it's 11th of June, 2025. Mose Hyde hosting today, and in case you never know, the Fisher Folk Month. A month or week?
Month, the entire month. Yes, man.
We have Mrs. Desiree Kenazu in the house, folks. Yeah, she is here this morning representing, what do you know where you represent?
Wildlife Conservation Society.
Then you got your name, yeah.
Mr. Mose, I put it on the screen, man.
Man, goodness gracious. Yes, I know your name, but I don't know how like position and all like that. WCS is in the house. We're good friend from way back.
Way back.
From way back from the day before, you know, turn big time power way. Yes, when I'm just one of the regular announcers. You know, one of the Brockway, the stars, isn't it? There's always good having you here, sister. And well, now a man who's become very familiar to listeners and viewers in the capacity as Koyan for fight. Norman Strings Castillo, he said, well, I only want to fight if there's allow me to fight, but I'm ready to do some fighting if you come down to that.
We're good, Mose.
All right, he is the president of the Hopkins Fishermen Association, but it's no longer called the Hopkins Fishermen Association. What is it? Huh?
Uganda.
Yeah. Where you got
folks?
Fisher folk.
Yeah.
Uganda.
That's the Hopkins.
Yes, sir. So it's Fisher Folk Month. WCS is in the house. Des, tell me about it.
Oh yeah, so this is our 11th year actually, celebrating Fisher Folk Month.
Keep it together.
You get me nervous, man. Anyway, before I get into the formal part of it, I just want to say thanks for, having us.
Always,
one lead text and Mose, Mose is always
automatic.
like a lot of flair. When you see Mose that's a lot of nice,
Nice.
It's good to be back at the zinc as always, remember Christy when in the legal also right over there.
Christopher.
And nice young lady.
You don't legal no more.
Yep, Pacliff.
That the control lady in there.
Yeah. But yeah, so Fisher Folk Month every year. This is our 11th year. Recognizing fishers throughout the country. They play a very important role to Belize in so many ways. I mean, a lot of people like fish because I know some people like fish. So we just want to big up the fishers for the month of June and every month for that matter. It wouldn't be right to have Fisher Folk Month without involving the fishers in the planning process. So it was just right for us to have Strings here with us because one of his folks from the Uganda Fisher Folk Association is part of the planning committee. So this has been in the works for some months. So getting the fishers' perspective on some of the activities that we can have to involve them, to let them participate, because it's not just about NGOs planning activities and then hoping or inviting the fishers to it, but having the fishers being a part of this planning, and then more than likely they will participate if they are part of the planning process. So we just want to get that out there. But we started off on the 1st of June. This year, June started on a Sunday. We invited the churches to participate to recognize fishers because we realize that many of them actually are churchgoers. They like church going and so forth. And then we had some other activities with stakeholders. I think on the 6th there was a forum in Shunush, which was led by TASA, the Turnif Atoll Sustainability Association. We have activities like the call for nominations right now. It just opened. I just want to big up CREM here, Mike, for having that being aired on CREM for free as part of CREM's contribution to Fisher Folk Month. Big up to CREM all the time. We have a marine photo competition for tertiary level students where they are invited to take pictures of fishermen with their products, whatever the case is, and submit that as part of Fisher Folk Month. So for those who are not able to attend activities, they can participate online. And then the big event that we're looking forward to is this weekend, Mango Fest, where we'll be collaborating with the Uganda Fisher Folk Association for showcasing what they do. I know Mango Fest is about mango, but this time about fish. And that's where Strings comes in.
who actually, before we come on here, had an argument with me that grunt better than snapper. And besides being just completely caught off guard and stunned at the heresy, it's an absolute heresy. This
rub you the wrong way.
Oh, rub me the wrong way, you know. But I'm a balance so you can get through with it.
I want to tell you one thing.
You want to tell me what you want to tell me?
If you go to Hopkins and you go to every household,
right,
and you ask them old people, you know, I call them old people. They go in the old people and tell you what fish you prefer. They don't know what that's not part of. They tell you, I want me grunt. So you have to understand that. I want me grunt.
I countered that I feel, and I know that, for example, I don't know if it's true, but we've had like fisher folk come from Dan Grigor on the show, and they would say like, snapper are not the number one fish where people run down the Dan Grigor. The fish when they run down the jack. Like
jack and mackerel.
Jack and mackerel going before. But then I said that can be explained by, you know, the texture of the fish and the kind of dishes where they make down the Grigor. Then most time and not the fish they in a something, they in a coconut milk, and the body of the fish have to go whole, no give no fegway when in a liquid. So I could understand, because if we do a serious something, like snapper might not be the ideal thing for that or so, but you can't come and tell me why the man butcher the man burn out snapper. I can't believe this man was born out snapper with the names where he called it, the adjectives where he used the snapper. I tell you, it was blasphemy. Right just up on the WUB set. Just low winner, man. Low winner, man. Next thing you know, you want to tell me that hagfish are not the best tasting fish in the sea.
Guys, that's the most delicacy. Maybe the snapper hagfish. That is not mine. No, the people of Hopkins.
You know I've never eaten grunt.
Serious?
Listen,
you miss out
listen to me. And you catch grunt, they look at you, you're shame. Like if you go fishing and going through the pickup, but I tell you, people look dumb on you.
Mose, they miss out.
We used to call
it dying in the head.
We used to call it swine flu.
Boy, don't play.
Uno ko argue about ground army and
but the fish are
no, but the argument that the outside of this man.
No man, yes, the fisher folk man, this a part of it. The man no want fisherman.
No, the man does not.
Hey man, come on, that will happen now, man.
He will run till after 8. You could continue.
No, I done soon.
Anyway, but guys, well, this fisher folks month. I
get this guy. Good morning, WUB.
Morning, Mose. Morning, Belize. Morning, Strings. Morning, this.
Morning.
I just have to call and put in me 2 cents. I don't know that what. I don't think that cruel people are snapper. I don't think that belated people are snapper. But I really want somebody to tell me why we so liars and snapper. And I never think about it like how you explain it, Mose, depending on where you live geographically and how you prepare your meal. Now, the first time I even hear the line of reasoning, but everybody know why like people are belated in particular. And I say, who cruel people like snapper. Like my mom only eats snapper, so obviously picnic only eats snapper.
Yeah.
So,
I not only eat snapper, but of all the fishes in the sea, the one where I must say I am a grunt racist. So I'm not proud to say, but I discriminate concern. We catch them and we throw them back, and I know that people would tell me, listen, grunt. I remember Waspita used to tell me, boy, you miss out. When you bubble that down, that one of the nicest fish, and I think because of its high level of iodine, that if you just take and go and fry it, I don't think you will get a good taste like that. One snapper, I feel, because we fry fish a lot, how we prepare fish. I think snapper got one texture, one taste where we get used to and we prefer. But you know, listen, the fisher folk man, and whether that the way you prefer, or you into your conchs, or you into your lobster, the fact of the matter is, if we don't got fisher folk, we don't eat.
Big respect to fisher folk, Monk. I just plug that UBA Educational Foundation and Belize Federation of Fishers continue with monthly Belize Bluebond awareness community Zoom meetings. The next one is Saturday, the 21st of June, from 10 to 11. So you could listen to XTV. Strings was one of our guests last week, Saturday.
I show me they didn't know the capacity of being a fighter. Because
when you hear Fisher folks talk, I really, especially since
not try get no listen, sister Yaya. Not make strings go in a normal mode. Right now, thank you very much for your call, sister. Give time.
I was here weekend, but when I'm on the first to see, I was the next I'm going to look for you, got that style, Fisher folk style, especially I remember the Fisher folk mean women and men.
That's
all
right.
The people are saying
That's right.
Where they go under the style? When we go to Mango Fest, where we under the style? We don't got it.
Well, surely. We prepare with mango sauce. That going spread of we barbecue. I got chicken, I got fish barbecue. We can't get lobster, we can't get conch. We are out of season right now.
What kind of fish on barbecue?
We have all kind of fish, man. You know, we are slowly going to move. But guys, the Fisher folks, you know, through this country, this is our month. It's time to enjoy. It's time to bring forth our capacity. Means that what we do. We could do for this country. Remember, we don't fish. We can't survive in this country. That one number one delicacy in this country here. Hell or high water. Nobody no chicken right now. We have fish.
Yes.
We have fish. Left the pork and the beef. We have fish for this whole month. And I heard people not to eat no kind of meat except fish.
Straight fish.
Straight fish for this month here. You understand?
And it's strategic, you know. Mose Fisher Folk Month is strategic.
Tell
Why?
me.
Because if you remember 2 or 3 years ago, I think they changed the opening date for the lobster season to the 1st of July, so that the month is like just before the season opens. So it allows for the participation of more people, because as we move towards the end of the month, the fishers are getting ready to go out to sea. You want to see them, they pack up their ice and their provisions and they get ready to go out to start the lobster season. So with that said, we have the blessing of the boats that we normally do, where we meet the fishers at the courthouse wharf here in Belize City. That's where a lot of boats will be getting set to go to sea a couple of days before the season opens. And you know, the fishermen gather there. We have the priests going there to give their blessings, sprinkling that holy water upon the boats. And the fishermen, they really like this because it sort of, you know, gives them that, I would say, I don't know, they feel better knowing that they're being blessed. And you know, the father, exactly, the father said, well, you know, you're going to have a bountiful season, and that is exactly what they want. We have had fishers who asked for it, you know, at the Northern Fishermen Cooperative.
You guys, didn't you guys have a outstanding fisher?
That is part of it as well. So the call for nominations opened on Monday the 9th, and it's being aired here on Creme FM on social media, where we're asking people to submit their nominations of that particular fisher that they think deserves the award. It could be, so we're catering for young and old in the sense that, you know, young people like the video and stuff. So if you want to send a 2-minute video, that's fine. Tell us why that fisher deserves the award. And if you feel like writing, that is also an option. Write a 250-word essay to nominate that fisher and say why he or she deserves this award. And right here, I want to just mention the awards that we've given since 2015. Ana Ramirez, Punta Gorda. 2016 was Cesar Munoz from Sarteneja. 2017 was Leo Behildo Tamay from Sarteneja. David Flores from Copper Bank, 2018. Paulino Elmer Rodriguez from Sarteneja, 2019. John Thomas from Dangriga in 2020, Maria Allen from Keycorker in 2021, Vonetta Dawson from Dangriga 2022, Osvaldo Santoya from Shonosh 2023, and 2024's Fisher of the Year is Carlos Arevalo. So we still need to see somebody from Hopkins.
So nobody ever win from Belize City yet?
No. No one from Belize City nor Hopkins. So we need people for sending in on the nominations.
WUB, good morning. Okay, we lost the
deadline is June 24th.
All right. And so what's the theme? Because I don't think I missed the theme.
There's a theme that is kind of long. I never memorize it. So this theme is actually something that the FAO develops, and then what we normally do as a planning committee is sort of localize the theme. But this year we have it remaining the same because the word catalyzing in the theme is like sort of a discussion starter. So the theme is catalyzing sustainable fisheries and responsible aquaculture, action for people, ocean, and climate. In a layman terms, just to say you should be a starter in the whole idea of sustainable fishing.
WB, good morning. What's up?
Yes, good morning, guys.
What's
when
up?
I go on vacation, Mose, you know, I go up that creek down in Belize City, but Hopkins has the #1 beach in the country. Even better than Placencia, man. Their erosion is not really erosion like other parts of Belize and everything.
We talk about fish. We talk about fisher folk right now in Vegas. We don't talk about beach.
Okay, we talk about fish on folks and everything, and our fish on tobacco key and everything. The reason why
You are not a fisher folk. You're a recreational feeder of fishes. Because you feed them more, you catch them.
Moses, when I jump in my family's boat, the reason why fishes are being depleted is because everybody knows the favorite blocks to go fish. And when you go fishing out there, even the undersize is going too. That's a part of the depletion of fishes. But anyway, I gotta go. I go about boats. I drive boats every day. Anyway, God bless.
Respect. Thank you for the call. The telephone number is 2805848. It's Fisher Folk Month. And that means every part of the country you have fisher folk, that's for sure.
Yep, not the south, east to west.
100 on that. And so, you know, we know we've had these conversations that there's so much, you would say, because of how fisher folk you have fisher folk in the north, then you have fisher folk in the south, then you have the fisher folk, say, in the city area. How do you kind of break down the different barriers that exist, especially in a fisher folk month, to make you could at least come together all these fishing communities and for just celebrate, even though you might have different ethnic backgrounds, in some instances different language. How do you create that camaraderie? How do you bring that energy together?
Yeah, that's a good question. One of the things, or one of the ways that we do that is invite other stakeholders, even those who are not part of the planning committee, to share what it is that they are doing in their area. So it can be from as far as Corozal to as far north as Corozal to as far south as Toledo. Not because we have certain members on the planning committee that means the others are not being represented, because we reach out to these organizations to ask them what it is that they're planning for fishers for the month. Maybe we're not able to have activities all over the country, but there might be activities in Toledo. For example, Hyde might be having outreach activities with students or with the community to talk about whatever it is that they're talking about. So we invite them to, submit their activities. So we put it on the calendar so that people can know what is happening in their area, and same for other areas of the country. It's hard to have like a whole lot of people on the planning committee, because it might be, counterproductive, I will say, to have two, like when I say in the olden time, too many hands spoil a pot kind of thing. But the way we do it is like every year we would try to rotate the fishers that are on the planning committee. For example, last year we had a representative from the Wabafo in Dangriga. This year we have Hopkins and Shonush on the planning committee, and moving forward we plan to have others from other areas of the country as well. So that's how we try to incorporate the voices from all over the country.
Beautiful. Let me ask this, because I have to raise this issue. I know it is not a part of the celebration, but about a week and a half ago we had the Belize Federation officials in here talking about a separate issue, and one of the things that came up was something I felt, okay, I had no consciousness that this had become a problem, the matter of sargassum. Because anytime we talk about sargassum, anytime it is raised in the news, anytime we hear public officials speaking about it, it's in the context of it affecting beaches and affecting the tourism product. Yeah. And there's been this was the first time that I became aware that the sargassum is having the kind of impact that it's having on the mangrove and the impact that it's having on the nursery and the impact that it's having on the fish on the reef, and that it's really depleting the oxygen that is required for fishes to grow, for the mangroves to grow. The sense I get is that there's no intervention going on to kind of contain the impact out there.
Mose, I can say categorically that it do have an effect, serious effect. If you go into Hopkins Lagoon, when the sargassum get in there, everything dead out there.
Really?
The mangrove roots from the fish, the small fish, that's where the habitat is. Then you see them float up, they're dead out. But I have seen only BTB that contribute towards cleaning, but that's a seaside.
It's the beach.
That's the beach.
Everything is the beach.
Yeah, we work about sargassum within the sea itself.
Within the very ecosystem and the impact
I came up with an idea once to the village chairman and saying to him, my brother, Hopkins Beach not too long. We could barricade that beach there with silk fence. Put the silk fence out so the grass don't come in on the beach.
Yeah.
So from there it could easily be cleaned out from the silk fence itself instead of landing on the beach. Nobody take my advice. I don't know who scientists they are, but it's causing serious things. Even in Glover's Reef, when we land off we camp area, the boat can't go on by the beach. Too thick. And you could see the fish and the float up right along the beach side. Dead.
So it is an impact not just for those who have a stake in tourism, but it's having a negative impact. I mean, so many things make it challenging, but ultimately, still we find Belizeans, everyday Belizeans, are still making a living off of fishing somehow, despite a lot of inclement realities, climate change being one. Overfishing being another, illegal fishing, and now we have this menacing sargassum that is a direct result of climate change as well. Were you aware, Des, about the sargassum impact on the
beyond the beach? Until I read the same story that you spoke about with the Belize Federation of Fishers, that it is a concern for fishers, but I didn't know before that. I thought that sargassum was, like you said, like you rightly said earlier, something that just show up on the beach. But sometimes, going to Glover's or going on sea, you do see it on the sea, on the surface. So, but it is not in the amount that is now. And I noticed also the Weather Bureau now gives a forecast for sargassum in their update. I just wanted to mention here, one of the other activities that we're having for Fisher Folk Month is the 8th Annual Women in Fisheries Forum. That's a big event. It's becoming it's catching on right now. But we're doing things a little bit different this year because, as we all know, the whole idea of ridge to reef, where whatever happens on land affects what happens in the sea. We're taking the ladies of the Women Fishers Association, which was recently formed last year actually. They're now registered as an association. So we're taking the members of this association to the Community Baboon Sanctuary to meet and learn from the Women's Conservation Group there. So this CBS Women's Conservation Group has been in existence for quite some time, and so we want these ladies to learn from these ladies in a terrestrial part of things, and how they were able to sustain themselves so that they can take some of the lessons from these ladies. So we're having what we call a peer learning event for marine and terrestrial women for the Women in Fisheries Forum this year. On the 19th and 20th, we're going to take them out to the farms to see what the ladies are doing out there and, have some exchanges so that they can, bring into practice for their new group that was just recently formed.
You see, Mose, you see why we have to change the name from Hopkins Fishermen Association
Fisher Folk
to Uganda Fisher Folks Association. The ladies are the champion now.
Yes.
And we got several ladies with the Hopkins Association. They're more aggressive than the men. Means that they attend meetings, they give direction, they cook with food too. So they're important to us.
Talking about cooked food, make a big up Miss Gail Ventura, who is also part of the Uganda Fisher Folk Association. She's bubbling for us this Saturday for the group that we're taking out with us in Hopkins. So big up to them.
All right.
Big up to her, sorry.
So it's all month.
All month.
And is there a place where people can go and check and get updates to see what's happening?
Yes.
And how maybe they can be involved in some of the activities? Is there
WCS Belize page, both on Instagram and on Facebook. WCS Belize, one word. You can find the calendar there. You can find the details for the marine photo competition. I just want to mention here our sponsors. The Ministry of Blue Economy and Marine Conservation, big up them. Big up CREM, of course, for contributing as well. The Nature Conservancy, the Belize Tourism Board, big up.
CREM, good morning, WUB.
Hi, yes, good morning, Mose. Good morning, panel.
Good morning.
I have a question. Why is it that for me to eat lobster, I have to pay the price that the Co-op sells to the North Americans? I am saying that there should be a local price. It is a local product. And then if you want to buy the boxer tails to take back to the US, then you pay that $35 or $40. But you go to the fish market and they still want $40 for a pound of lobster that's a local product. Why isn't there a local price? Let's say 80% is exported and 20% is kept for home, but there should be a local price so that everyone can enjoy lobster and don't have to pay that exported price. That's my question. I listen to you guys off the air.
I'm sure Strings could answer that, but...
Chief, I don't even know how to answer, but I want to say it my way.
Is it?
It's so expensive to even to go out. For you to go to Grover's Eve, you have to spend $1,000 for a 3-day trip. So you know the price of these things here. Even to catch lobster, and lobster is not common as before. So you have to understand why prices have to go up. Engines went up high. Boats are very expensive, sir. So you have to pay the price. If not, come out for a lobster and eat something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used to maybe think the same way as he does, until I really got to see the fishers and speak with them and understand what it is that they go through every single day when they have to go to sea and find the gas for their boats, find their provisions, the time they spend out there. Come on, man, $40 and how much you pay for a pound of lobster when you think about all that?
I think it comes down to just the market and economics. If somebody is willing to pay in US dollars this amount for a lobster, and you would end up say having a controlled price for that commodity on the local market, you will not find a single lobster on the local market because everybody want to sell their lobster, they want to go on a plane. So it's hard. It's hard for you to have one price for it to be exported at, and then to have a controlled price in house because the supplier is going to be incentivized to only provide product to the export market. That's what's going to happen. WB, good morning.
When buying lobster off a boat, how can I verify that I won't get in trouble at the airport if it's undersized enough? Because I do not know the regulations of the size of a lobster. So how can I verify that I won't get in trouble by taking lobster in my suitcase?
You have to carry a ruler with you.
I'll take it off the air.
You have to carry a ruler with you.
Yeah.
Or get one piece of paper where the size.
I mean, everybody knows lobster is phones. I mean, you make sure you buy the phones. Check your scale. Buy your phones. Now you're going to 4.5 shortly. So you got to make sure that you carry your scale, back your scale. Don't make nobody give you small lobster because you will get arrested for small lobster.
Yeah.
Simple.
And if you're not sure, I mean, carrying a ruler or something not hurt, but you always could call the fisheries department to you know, check the rules and regulations if you're not sure. I think their number is 224-4552. Yeah.
Yeah. I think obviously there's always a need for there to be education campaign because you can't make the assumption that everyday people know how to avoid, you know, and I think that's an important call, that you empower the consumer, you educate the consumer, then, you know, if they buy it on the size, you know, well, you know, that's what they're doing. But yeah, you get humbled. Strange Des, I thank you both. Happy Fisher Folk Month to you both and to the entire fishing community. As challenging as it is, you all are an important part of our economic environment. You are an important part of our cultural heritage, and you're also an important part of our diet. Trust me.
So before we cut off, I just want to ask the people of Hopkins itself that they're having a barbecue on Friday morning at Made Park. That's the entrance of Hopkins for the Gilarago committee. These are people, leaders. They're doing fundraising for their own committee itself. Okay. You understand? Then Saturday is our Mango Fest. Yes. I always thanks WCS. They are one of my number one. You know, they take care of it. They got it back. WCS got it back.
How mango's long? It's been a very
mango. They're crazy now. We get tired. Too much mango. Too much mango.
So
too much mango.
You don't bring none.
Yeah. Anyone bring mango? I see too much decline.
You know the boat, you see mango the boat. You know
I bring some for you. I bring some for you.
You come too long empty hand.
Sunday.
When there's concern,
you even been good.
I want to send. I want to send them to you.
Yeah.
Special.
Make sure.
And make sure to visit our booth. We'll be with the Uganda Fisher Folk Association, WCS, and some members of the planning committee will be out there. They'll be displaying some of their gears that the fisher use when they go to sea. So you can, you know, ask questions, find out about the association and how they are contributing to Belize's economy.
You make I get no mango. I got memory and I love scandal people. Like
memory of an elephant, no?
I love scandal people who promise meeting and don't give me nothing. Trust me. You know that, Des.
I know that.
Got
very well.
Got your back.
Very well.
Right. Just to say.
Don't worry, I'll remind him. Yes.
60 minutes after we thank Des and Shinks for being here and celebrating Fisher Folk Month. Here inside WB Wake Up Belize Morning Facts, we thank them for sharing the knowledge and for engaging with us. We take a break. We'll be back.
Earn B-Bucks and get a chance to win a $10,000 homecation with Benny's. Quality and savings.
Hey Belizean students, ready to unlock your future? The Social Security Board is now accepting applications for its 2025 scholarship program. Whether you're aiming for vocational technical, high school, or an associate degree, this is your chance. To qualify, you must be a born Belizean accepted to a school in Belize, entering high school, trade school, or college for the first time, demonstrate financial need and academic potential. Don't wait! Learn more and apply online today at socialsecurity.org.bz. Deadline is Friday, June 27, 2025. Remember, only online applications are accepted. Unlock new opportunities for success with a scholarship from Social Security.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapado en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que te va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día para 10 días y va a estar bien después, ¿sabes?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's Do it again. Do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Racindio, Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening. Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde is hosting today, and we, as always, got the phone open for you to call in. The telephone number 280-5848. That is the live line for you to participate in the conversation. We love when you call in, so please jump in. Tell us what's going on with you on this Wednesday morning. And this morning we, before we got our guests in the house, we spent some time just kind of addressing what has become a very, but let me just take this call. Krem, good morning, WUB. Krem, good morning. Hello?
Yes, good morning, Mose.
Yeah, what's going on?
I heard you earlier talking about you should commentate. What year did you start commentating football?
What's that?
What year did you start to commentate football? You said you was a commentator. What year did you start?
You question my commentating, my play-by-play of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're questioning it.
No. What year did you start doing that?
I started doing. I actually did some. I used to do, I was an apprentice under my father. That would have been like in the very early 90s. So I learned how to do play-by-play from him. As you know, he was the number one play-by-play back in the Radio Belize days for both football and basketball. I started doing basketball games early 90s, and then started to do football regularly. By the mid 90s, I was by 93, 94, I was doing both. I was doing all the football games and all the basketball games that I was not involved with, and I would do that for I don't know, maybe about 10, 12 years consecutively.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I left Belize 1989. That's why you're.
Yeah, that would have been 1989 is when I started at Krem. That's when Krem started. I started with Krem in 1989.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When you look at that era of football,
but I used to attend a lot of football games. When I was young, I used to go and watch football games on Saturday afternoons. That's how much at the MCC, you know, I used to watch even the Saturday afternoon games, which were, I believe, those would have been like maybe the third division or whatever, or second division.
Okay, yeah.
Third, I don't know what it was.
My era of football, you know, I was like the youngest playing in Belize at that time. I was like 15. Playing the home game.
But I've never disputed your playing career. I don't know.
No. I'm saying you know something about who I played against at that time, like Ricky Gungara.
Yeah, the names you've called, I've seen play. I saw Ricky Gungara play. That's from the time when I would be going to a lot of football games. I saw Ricky Gungara play.
I was talking to myself about you the other day, right? Marcus Lopez.
Yeah.
So you come into his game, right? So you know my boy, every other game he get a red card. He had an attitude on the field. That's the Flores. But yet, back to football, what I wanted to say, what separates Belize from the rest of the world is world-class shape. That's the first thing. You got to be in shape to play ball. Just because they run 2 or 3 miles to be in shape, they're not in world-class shape and everything. And you really can't blame the president.
I wanna big up. And I intend to get him on the show. I don't really got his number, but I see him every now and then. So the next time I book him, I'm going to tell him, yo, you got to come on the show. I want to big up. Let me finish. I want to big up Ian Guinier. Ian Guinier, he posts a lot of a video of his son. I think his son is like maybe about.
Yeah.
You see those videos?
No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, so he regularly puts up the videos of the training that his son does. And his son is definitely about, I think his son is like maybe 10, 11. I'm not sure how old he is. I've never met his son. But he shows a lot of the videos. And I wanna big up Ian, because when I see the videos, I can see that not only is he one, completely invested as a father, but what I have a high regard for is that the training that he is doing is well thought out, and it is the kind of training that you can go on YouTube and see that they are putting children through all over the world. Our fascination with somebody who is naturally talented is overrated. The work that is required in 2025 to build someone that is effective on a football field there is immense work that has to be done to develop touch, to develop control at high speed, shot making with both feet, free kicks, very important, something that we have not done enough at, and worldwide it's at least about 35 to 40% of goals are scored with the head, and very often we do very little of scoring with the head. It is not that there is something wrong with our heads or with our bodies, it's that to become very good at that is to
play, like you said.
You have to invest in the work. And so I want to really applaud Ian Guinea for really, by posting these videos, having people understand. Listen, I mean, I even saw him, I saw one video with Ian having his son on a treadmill, like putting in the work. And obviously, again, I really want to get in Ian, but it's obvious that his son is cooperating with his commitment, and it's you know, as long as that remains what his child wants to do, he's going to be a really good footballer. The point is that development is not easy, but it's not rocket science. It's not easy, but it's not rocket science.
Moses, the last person I didn't believe with basic fundamental skills was Benedict Lopez. I ain't seen nobody in Belize who plays like Benedict Lopez when you play with Riwahia, Verdes, or Durlis. Have you seen anybody like Benedict Lopez in Belize?
If what?
Hello? Have you seen anybody play ball like Benedict Lopez?
I would say in my time, you know, everybody has their time, and I'm about to get in arguments with people who are like the old schoolers who will tell me about the greats from the 60s and the 70s. That was, I saw a bit of ball in the 70s, but I was too young. So all I have is what I experienced, and so I would say that he would be one of the top 5 footballers that I saw. I would have Tiliman Nunes as well, right up there.
Oh, Tiliman too.
Yeah. So
Tiliman think he better than Lopez. You want to
that?
start an argument with Tiliman? Who's the best player other than him and Benedict Lopez? Oh, that's a big argument right there.
Again, we're talking here about. So again, our excitement over natural talent has to be put in its place. Obviously, natural talent is a promise. A quality footballer is the product of consistent, disciplined work, and again, I would, you know, like even so Tiliman had immense talent because he's like in my age run. And so we were hearing about him like from the days when he did go back at technical and he play, like we know right away. We know in this young boy category. But obviously for him to have become the great star that he became, and even in his days when he was playing professionally, anybody can remember when around 11 o'clock in the day, you would see Tilleman running around the MCC grounds by himself, outside of the work that he was doing with the team. That is what we should always exalt. Don't exalt to me the person who can run and jump and is so athletically gifted. Great. Jaja bless them. Yeah. But that will not amount to greatness if it is not combined with effective, technical, consistent, discipline, committed work, practice, repetition.
I applaud athletes that get a scholarship to play ball in America, right? But when you come to college, NCAA, they expect you to come with your fundamental skills already. When you go to play basketball or you play soccer in college here in America, which I did, they expect everything already developed. They ain't got time to teach you the fundamental skills. We had off-season training trying to get in shape and everything. But fundamental skills is a side hustle what we use in America. It's like a camp. Besides having your own team, you need to go to a Saturday training session for 3 hours with coach. It's a side hustle in America. These kids pay about 15, 20 bucks an hour over here in America. So I got 10 kids for the week, but I took a break from that and everything. But we need to develop a fundamental program in Belize from the age of 5 to 6 years old. All they got to do is go on YouTube. If it's not certified, like I say, go on YouTube. You'll see European, Italian training, basic.
I once saw the, I think it would have been the I don't know, U15 team for Mexico. I don't know where I was in Mexico, but I was at a hotel and the U15 team, they were going to play a match, and so the workout field was, I could see it from my hotel room, and I sat there and I watched the entire, I don't know how long it was, I watched the entire workout, and I was left with my jaw hanging because of just the efficiency of how that workout was run, and the intensity of it, and the elements of it, including some components where they were like the passing drills to drop the ball into they were like essentially dropping the ball into drums, and everybody knew what would happen next. There was no time wasting. There was nobody on the side chatting, talking. It was just once that wheel started to turn, and I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So
before I leave Moses and everything, you know what I'm saying, you can't blame the president. Maybe he has it in his syllabus and everything, but it's not being appointed to the so-called coaches down there and everything. You know, it's like a bad kid going to a foster home. He's going to jump to another foster home and get the same trouble. So you can't the old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying? You got to start from young, because these players we got right now are hard-headed. They don't like going into the class like a chalkboard session. Going into a class with chalkboard, you see a triangle. Three men around one person.
You're getting a bit technical. You're getting a bit too technical for me, but I understand. Development is what we don't do well, and it's not just in football. We don't do development well, bro, because development requires commitment, and it really requires a heavy level of commitment. And it requires that commitment to be very effectively organized. And yes, sir.
Before I leave these coaches, y'all so-called coaches, you need to know how to coach triangle ball, 1 or 2 touch and give it up.
All right.
Triangle.
You need to come back home and help out. You need to come back home and help out. You need to come back home and help out with the coaching. As soon as you're able to and you can afford it, come back home and do a little bit of help. Give thanks to the call, all right, brother?
I'm gonna see you pretty soon. I'm gonna see Money Mike. Money Mike is my boy.
Man, every day you call, you have to big up Money Mike like, yo, left that alone, man. We understand. You are Money Mike the boy. All right, got it. Now, every day you have to big up.
Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day, Mr. Hyde.
Respect. Yeah, man. 8:43. We'll be back.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Vasindio, Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall, special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Belize Diaspora 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center. Don't miss it.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because at Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. A couple of minutes away from 9 o'clock. We do have one final break remaining, which means we're out of time. We've covered a couple of things today. We spoke earlier on the matter of the obvious escalation of tension going on with the labor dispute, the industrial, the impasse between the negotiating team representing the joint unions and the government of Belize. They're still apart, and yesterday the Public Service Union, led by their president, delivered their notice of industrial action, a 21-day notice as it's called, to the Ministry of Labor. And so obviously a lot going on, but we commented on what has kind of been unfolding over the last couple of days, where there's been an exchange of words between the Commissioner of Police and the President of the Public Service Union. My position is that that is a terrible look. That's not the place where the Commissioner of Police should be putting himself. But because of time, I see the phone ringing, but we're kind of out of time. We got to take our last break. We come back and wrap up.
Take a deep breath. You feel that energy coursing through your body? That's because of me. I am the rainforest. I produce the air you breathe. I make it rain. I'm also your pharmacy. I'm home to more plants and wildlife than you're ever going to see in your lifetime. I work hard day and night, taking in all the carbon dioxide you produce and turning it into life-giving oxygen. My personality is singular. My biodiversity is mind-blowing. My generosity knows no bounds. But then, so does your greed. I give you everything I have for free. I don't want thanks. I just want respect. I want you to stop acting like I'm just bush. I want you to stop treating me like dirt. I want you to see life, not lumber. I want you to always be able to come to me and find your roots, to unwind, and yes, to always be able to breathe deep. That's a privilege many will pay for, but it's not about money. It's about having a future.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Vasindio, Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening. Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
Make light work lighter and quicker with switch technology from Axie Power Tools. Axie Switch technology breaks the bondage of power cords and grants you the luxury of freedom and precision. Switch one battery across all your Axie line power tools effortlessly, allowing for quick and efficient work. Cut the cords. Choose efficiency with Axie Switch technology. Only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
WB Wake Up Belize morning vibes. Some guys have all the luck, or at least some guys just have really good, loving friends. Never expect that my morning will feature fresh, still warm saho. Once I got saho, not tell about no diluted nothing where we got that I get a real just done. You know Miss Carol about. Gotta big up Miss Carol. Usually in Houston, can't get it, they boat. And I don't instruct the crew that who no beg no one, who beg no to get. Take it home no one, that whole life go. Give up, big up Miss Carol, enough love. Guys, some congratulations to Erland, who's a recent graduate, right? So, big her up. Missed her last week, you know that. Mr. Palmer, I know you're in a tongue, big respect. Sorry, and I get cologne, and I get okoshake with rum, so that enough you know. Okoshake with rum. And my shirt. I make them know how good I do this morning, a whole package. And my new shirt. I don't drink one bottle of Saho and I think I think I will take more one. Thank you. Belize will have a great Wednesday with health and strength. I come back Monday morning, tomorrow morning. We have Sister Yaya joining you as she sits in for Brother Nuri. We got to acknowledge the team here as always. Larry G at Creme Radio. Here at XTV. I think can't too fast. Here at XTV, of course, we got Parcliffe for the I-man thing. Watch yourself, Parcliffe. Stay in your lane. The glue, and then directing and at the control, Miss Krista Flowers. As always, all I know, stand strong, stand firm. For now, we're gone! Wake up, Belize! Wake up, Belize!
Wake up, Belize! Wake up, Belize! Another day is here. Wake up, Belize! Wake up, Belize! We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Belize! Wake up, Belize! Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Belize! Wake up, Belize! Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show that people believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness.